Speaking of doing it God's way, it reminds me of a story about a man who started one of the most successful businesses in the United States. And he was successful not because he conformed to do it the way the world said to do it, but because he did it God's way. And his name is Truett Cathy, and he was the founder of Chick-fil-a. Now, we know Chick-fil-a, but do you know the story behind the man? Truett was born during the Great Depression, and his family struggled financially. And he knew the value of working hard. In fact, when he was just a little guy, he would deliver newspapers and magazines, and he'd collect Coca-Cola bottles. And at that time, life wasn't easy. But it was at a young age that he received this lesson, this gift that he would never forget. That success is not handed to you. That the only way to get to success is through perseverance, determination, and character. So him and his brother at a very young age decided that they were going to open a restaurant, 24 hours. I've got a picture for you, and they called it the Dwarf Deli. It was called Dwarf because they could only afford a small building that was 547 square feet. But this is where all the community came together, and it was built on hard work and a dream. And over time, he slowly began to develop what we know today as the Chick-fil-a chicken sandwich and the company of Chick-fil-a. But as the company began to grow, he did something different that people thought was absolutely foolish. He refused to open on Sundays. Now, even when the world says you need to open on Sundays, now why is that crazy? Well, we've got to think about it. In an industry that chases profits, he willingly closed on one of the busiest days of the week. Why? Because he said some things are more important than money. In an interview, he said, listen to me, Chick-fil-a, we are not just about selling chicken, but we're about doing life with the people that we serve, in a community that we serve. You see, it was God, it was community, and it was service. In a world that says work hard or make more money, do whatever it takes, he chose to be obedient and honor God. And despite what all the people said, God honored his obedience. And today, Chick-fil-a is one of the most successful companies in the entire country. So what's the takeaway? The takeaway is just like that song said, when we do it God's ways, that's when we see the miracles. That in this world, the world is going to get us to conform, to blend in with everybody else, to chase pleasures, to do what the world says is acceptable. But God, well, he says, I'm going to call you to do it different. So the question I want you to ask yourself today is, am I going to follow the world standards, or am I going to continue to be obedient to God's way, even if it comes at a cost? And I believe that's exactly where today's message begins. Amen?